Hello, I'm Pam Carruthers of healingstars.com. This is the chart, full moon, 27th November 2023, set for London at 9:16 GMT. And I use whole signs to represent the houses. So here, very clearly, we have Mars and the Sun, both in Sagittarius, and there's Mercury also in Sagittarius. So this is a very interesting chart because Sagittarius is very up and forward moving, Jupiter energy, positive, and here's Jupiter over here in earthbound Taurus. Now this is a difficult full moon, so if you've been feeling under the weather, stressed out, lethargic, the weather as I'm speaking in the UK is pretty miserable. You know, there's that moon in Gemini, playful, light-hearted Gemini. The big however is, look at all these planets which are in a very difficult relationship with each other. First of all, the Sun and Mars, they've been travelling side by side for, feels like forever, but no, it isn't. But finally the Sun is moving ahead. However, they are both square to Saturn. Here's Saturn down here, the planet of realism, the planet of gravity, the planet of let's work hard for our living. Now Saturn is in Pisces right now. It is moving forward, which is good news, it is. So when we use the quality of Saturn, that means we put work in, we put effort in, whatever that might be. And one of the cards in the Osho Tarot that I like, and I drew today, is called completion. That's a very Saturn principle of completing things. And it is also about the third eye. It talks about the third eye in this particular card of this tarot. And like the final piece of the jigsaw is coming together. Now the third eye, I think, is to do with what's going on with Mercury. Mercury is a personal planet. It moves fast. It will go retrograde in December, on the 14th of December, but we're not there yet. Here it is in Sagittarius. There is a good flow of energy to Venus in her own sign, and it is at a trine. There's a trine to the North Node. However, big however's going on here, it's square exact to Neptune. Now, Neptune is to do with vision. Sagittarius is to do with the future. You know, you'd think actually they get on very well, but a square is always about a challenge, a tension. Mercury is not happy, what we call happy in the sign of Sagittarius. It likes detail. Sagittarius is the big picture. So Mercury, the communication, you might be under this influence right now, and it depends on your chart, but that feeling of feeling lost, maybe confused, it's a very dreamlike state. It's very much about, you know, just indulging, you know, picking up a book and suddenly realizing, this has meaning for me. It's a good exercise, by the way. And one of the books I picked up, which I highly recommend this book, is to do with Making the Gods Work for You by Caroline W. Casey. And one of the things that she talks very much about is about Jupiter, and how Jupiter likes the sound of trumpets. And this got me on a search because Emerson, Lake and Palmer, that band way back in the 1970s, performed at the Montreal Winter Olympics in 1977, playing Fanfare for the Common Man. It's very uplifting. It has, you know, full-on trumpets. It's very, very powerful. And there is also a tribute to Keith Emerson, a Scorpio, as it happens, 2nd of November 1944, and he died in March 2016. He took his own life for very many reasons, but depression was one of them. It's a tribute to him, and as I listened to this tribute, I just found myself being transfixed by the overwhelming power of the guitars and the keyboards and the trumpets and this celebration of life. I recommend you listen to this, because when we have Saturn involved in any chart, we need the antidote, and the antidote is Jupiter. Jupiter, currently retrograde in Taurus. The big good news is on December, the end of this year, Jupiter will go direct again. It's been retrograde, like most planets always are retrograde, apart from the Sun and the Moon every year, apart from Mars and Venus. But Jupiter is bringing good tidings to the new year. So my advice at this time is, note, in 7 days the Sun will no longer be an orb of this difficult connection with Saturn. That's on the 3rd of December. By the 10th of December, Mars will no longer be, making that square, that tension to Saturn. So we have got another week of these difficult planetary connections we have, and the choice is always, I'm thinking of a wonderful song, always look on the bright side of life, if you can remember Monty Python, anyone out there. And notice, the moon will change sign from Gemini, it will be in Cancer, its own sign, it's our mood, and to be aware of mood swings, because this chart, this full moon, always a full moon can be full on, is to know that it will ease in a week's time. Thank you for watching. Pam Carruthers of Healing Stars. Oh, I have a special offer on right now. I have the 3 reports that I produced as a bundle, I think the name is, and it's personal, based on your chart, and it's a really good offer. It's for £30, and bought on their own it costs £55. So please have a look at my website and take advantage of this very good offer. Again, thank you for watching. Pam Carruthers, HealingStars.com.